I would like to acknowledge all Indigenous and Torres Strait Islander peoples, past, present and emerging, as I am recording on Wurundjeri country. Thank you for joining us.
Marmalade and coffee black. Lesson plans are on the stack. Ready for the students' track. Gonna find our groove.
Hello everyone, and welcome back to Stranger in the Staff Room, where myself, Zoe Zammit, or as the kiddos call me, Miss Zammit, I am a first-time teacher sharing lifelong stories, including more funny students say. It is back, baby, for probably the last time of 2024, which does make me sad, but it gives you a chance to make the lifelong stories that you have bigger and badder than ever, the good, the bad, and the ugly, to be put on the show for 2025. I'll be putting a link in the show notes for you to fill in your lifelong stories. It could be a horror story, a heartwarming story, a funny story, you name it. And you will have a chance for it being shared on the podcast, either anonymously or with your name game in it. So we've got a couple to share today, one from the community and a couple from myself. And as promised in the last full episode, I know what I'm teaching next year. Yay! I'm so excited to share it with you. I have gotten my resources from the school, and I've just been trying not to be so invested in reading it word for word and analysing it and picking it apart because I'm so excited. I'm just one of those people that's all or nothing. So I'm trying to find a balance so that I don't burn out before my time even comes. So I'm very much looking forward to sharing that news with you at the end of the show. But until then, do whatever you do to let yourself relax. Get a nice tea or coffee. Put your headphones on, relax, and let's get into it.
Through the highs and through the lows, we're the ones who always show. Building worlds and making glow the dreams that they pursue.
Welcome back, everyone. Now it is time to get into the third part of Funny Students Say. Without any further ado, let's get into it. One that I'm taking from the community today is from Benjamin. Benjamin says that this is a horror story. This happened on my second placement at a Victorian secondary school. It was the last period of the day, and the students were doing an activity that surrounded the idea of respecting other students and staff. Oh God, here we go. There was one student that was not wanting to participate in the learning activity and instead would rather lean over their friend's computer and play games on it. My mentor teacher was in conversation with another teacher that had come into the classroom, so wasn't 100% paying attention to what was going on in the room. I tried to gently encourage the student into participating in the activity at least 3 times. The third try, when the student started interrupting me when I was trying to speak. Oh mate, the lack of respect. I asked him not to do this, however they decided to keep being impolite with their attitude towards me. I asked them to stay behind to have a brief chat, to which they said they were not going to. I went to my mentor teacher to ask her to ask this student to stay behind, though when she did, the student gave the teacher attitude as well. Okay, I'm not glad that they gave the teacher attitude, but I'm glad it's not just because it's a placement teacher. Like, I've dealt with that and it kind of sucks, as they were not willing to stay behind unless they know what they did wrong. The whole reason why we were trying to get them into a one-on-one conversation. Yeah, sounds about right. The teacher then escalated the situation by shouting at the student, which then the classroom became a shouting match between my mentor teacher and this student. Side note, the other teacher was blocking the door to make sure this kid stayed behind before letting the rest of the class leave. The mentor teacher eventually gave up, told me to explain my problem to the student, and when I tried to, the student continued to interrupt me. The mentor teacher demanded the student apologise to me, of which I did not get an honest apology. Then everyone was allowed to leave, but not this student, and they told my mentor teacher and I to f*** off. The students were kept in an extra 10 minutes behind the end of day bell as a result of this incident. Woo-wee mama. Okay, a bit to unpack. The interrupting me would really annoy me. I've had kids interrupt me or ignore me while I'm talking to them. It's so hard not to lose your in that moment. Ben, you did really well talking to your mentor teacher about it, but based on the context you've given me, I don't know why she started a screaming match. My second placement, I got told, do not get into the tit for tat that the students are inevitably going to do. Because they're teenagers. Their way of arguing is to keep it going, not to come to a resolution, to just argue. That's all they know how to do at that age. So the fact that your mentor teacher actually escalated it instead of de-escalating it, that just seems like a rookie mistake. And the fact that she's taking on a rookie, well, I'm just assuming it's, oh no, they did say she, her pronouns. The fact that she is taking on a rookie, insane. The fact that that teacher, the other teacher blocked the door, I don't know. Look, I'm no expert. I haven't even had a year in the classroom full time. But if this kid is so adamant in leaving, let them, I'd say, because especially in secondary school, they can turn violent. I'm 5'3". I'm not trying to pick a fight with a 6'5" boy. I'm really not. Like a physical one at least. I don't know, that just seems like a really dangerous position to be in, and I'm really sorry that you had to deal with that, Benjamin, but hopefully your placements in future go a lot better. Okay, so a couple from myself. At my first placement, my first, second and third placement, I used to put out like a Google form, like a survey at the end of my placement time to get the kids' opinions on what I did well, what I could improve on, you know, how could I have made the class more enjoyable, sort of thing. So I said, what can I do to improve? And this one kid said, grow taller. At one of my more recent placements, my mentor teacher did a bit of work up in Darwin where they don't have summer, autumn, winter, spring. They go by tropical seasons, so wet and dry seasons. And she was explaining this to one of the students. Then the teacher said, "Miss, I'm born in August. Am I in a wet or a dry season?" To which my mentor teacher replied, "You would be in dry." The student said, "Oh my God, so I'm hot?" And my mentor teacher's like, "In terms of temperature, yes." And she's like, "Oh my God, I'm blushing, miss." All right, and that is all we have for funny students say for today. Like I said, in 2025, we want more stories and we want them bigger, badder, uglier than ever, okay? I want everything that we can talk about on this podcast. Whether that is through the forum, if you're not really comfortable public speaking or in front of a camera, please do the forum. I would love to share any kind of story that fits. If you are comfortable public speaking and in front of a camera and things like that, I would love to interview you, as long as you have more than 12 months in the education industry, and that doesn't have to be full-time teaching. That could be LSO work, CRT work, that could be in and out of the classroom, it could be placements. I would love to interview you. So both forums to express your interest in the interview and the Lifelong Stories forum are in my link tree, which I will put in the show notes and in every other social media that Stranger in the Staff Room has. All right, without any further ado, ladies and gentlemen, and everything in between, I am so excited to announce what classes I am teaching in 2025. I can't believe that's a sentence, like, to just start off with. And I'm so ready. So, are you ready? Are you ready? I hope you're ready. Are you ready? Drum roll, please. I will be teaching Year 7 and 8 English and Year 9 and 10 Psychology. So I have 2 Year 7 classes, and as far as I'm aware now, I have a Year 7 home group, which is cute. We're going to be growing up together. And then a Year 8 English class. Then, because pre-VCE psychology, so before you get to Year 11 and 12 here in Victoria, they only run for a semester because psychology is considered an elective. Semester 1, I will have Year 9s, and Semester 2, I will have Year 10s, but they will be learning the exact same content because they are seen as on the same level in senior school. Yeah, I've been reading through the pre-VCE psychology book, and I am so jealous about what they get to learn. Like, the nerd in me is just, like, it took me years to learn what they're going to learn in one semester. These are clever cookies. So yeah, really looking forward to that. And I have an incredible teacher that's teaching the other pre-VCE psychology classes, and she taught it this year, so she has a lot of resources and she's more than willing to help me out, and so I'm like, oh, thank God. But at the same time, I'm like, let me help you. I want to create stuff. So I will probably be creating any fun games and things that I think would work. And hopefully share them around and spread the love. In terms of English, I am yet to meet the other teachers that are teaching middle school, because at the school I'm at, Year 7 and 8 is considered middle school, that are teaching middle school English, just to get some pointers off of them. But they have really laid it out really easy for me. So to start off with, in Year 7, they are reading The Wanderings of Odysseus, which I read the original Odysseus by Homer. It's a lot. So the fact that someone's combined it for younger kids to read, chef's kiss. The Year 8s are learning about short stories, which I did a bit of a course on in uni, so I'm feeling pretty confident about that. I need to look a little bit more into the English stuff, because psych, you can sort of dot point it in your head, whereas English you need to have some full brain power into it. So I will be doing that over my time away, having a look through. My support system in the school is incredible. You could tell when they said that they were excited to have me a part of the team that they meant it. I find it very hard to trust people when they compliment me like that. So the fact that I knew that they were genuine first go is beyond words incredible. So I am very much looking forward to updating you on those clever little kiddos when the time comes. So until then, Stranger in the Staff Room, over and out.
Teaching vibes were in the air, sharing knowledge everywhere, guiding young minds with such care. This is what we do.